All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Max here, Line of 10,000 Sounds. I got my buddy Bill Litzau. How's it going, Bill?
Good, Max. How are you?
I'm good, man. So I think we only met each other once or
W-
twice,
Once or
maybe.
twice. Once at I believe Mad Mike's Open Jam. My
Yeah,
my band did a showcase thing there, and you were there. And then trying to think, maybe one other time at like a Sugar Buzz show or something or somewhere. I can't remember.
you know what? It
I
might have
don't.
just been the once.
It might have been just the once. It's possible. It is. But as much as I play, it's probably just once because I don't get out a whole lot.
Well, I'm the same way, dude. Yeah, it's you're playing just as much as anyone else I know, which is crazy. Did
Yeah,
yeah. So
I'm
tell
happy.
tell me a little bit tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you're a big country and rock guy, but
Yeah,
yeah, go
yeah.
for
I
it.
mean, yeah. I live in a little small town called Plato, Minnesota. It's west of the metro, about I think I'm about 50 miles west of Minneapolis. So I play all over this area, but I do play, the cities too. Some I was in East Bethel on Saturday at Route 65. Um, so I play there, play a few other, trying to think of off the top of my head where else I play down that way. Not a ton. Most of my shows are out west here, but
Sure,
I get around. Yeah, I play everything from when people ask, I tell them everything from Waylon to Prince, and everything
that's
in
good.
between. I'm heavy into the outlaw country stuff, but I also, like I said, love Prince, and I grew up on. I see you got a Testament shirt on. I've seen them 4 or 5 times in
Yes,
concert. I'm a
sir.
big Motorhead, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Pantera is the band I've seen the most. But Motorhead and Pantera are my two most
Okay.
concerts I've been to, I should say. So
Actually, now that
yeah,
you say that, I think I remember talking to you about Testament maybe at
yeah.
Mad
Oh man,
Mike's.
I saw him at First Avenue. Let's see, where else did I see him? I seen him at the Myth, I believe. Yeah, my favorite album is Practice What You Preach. That's Chuck Billy's the man. Yeah, that's the shirt. I couldn't see because I'm kind of covered up. I can just see the Testament, but yeah, it's one of my favorites. I mean,
Hell yeah, dude.
the Alex Slonek is just a beast of a guitar player.
Oh, I know they're one of my favorites. Yeah, to play and to watch too, man. It never gets old. But yeah, let me know how you kind of got started playing music. Were you always
Yeah,
into the country thing more, or into the rock thing growing up?
yeah, I mean, I started out just as like doing acoustic stuff and doing like
Sure.
coffee shops and stuff like that. So more low key. But I mean, I'm all over the board what I play. I mean, when I started playing, we were doing some like Incubus and all kinds of different stuff. But country, out where I'm at, I grew up. My dad listening to country music, so that was always on. So I mean, I have that. It's weird because I've got that the influence of heavy metal and kind of like there's a guy out there named Cody Jinks. He's a newer country
Yeah,
guy, and he
he's
was in a
great,
metal
dude.
band. So I mean, it's where I cut my teeth. Really, is metal. I mean, I all my you look through my album collection, you go, well, he's more of a metalhead than he is a country. I mean, I've got a lot of country stuff too, but
Sure.
I think I add that to my like when we do Merle Haggard, I think that my Motorhead and Judas Priest influences come out in my country. And if you listen to my
Yeah,
original stuff, it's definitely not, your mom and dad's country music. There's some heavy guitar. Some of my stuff is X really. It's more than
sure.
country. But yeah, I mean, out by me, it's country rules. I mean, I've tried putting blues out here, rock. It doesn't go over really. You know, not like
Yeah,
country.
try doing the reggae and the surf thing.
And
Dude,
that's
that's
cool, man.
it's the same way, dude.
It's yes, on any given day, we do a little, Bob Marley medley with "Stir It Up" and Three Little Birds, and then
Yeah,
I played yesterday, and one of my buddies was out, and he's a big Sublime guy, so we did "Bad Fish."
nice.
Mood strikes me right. We were at Maple Tavern one night, and some lady yelled for Cyndi Lauper, so we pulled out time after time and did a Cyndi Lauper tune. So I mean, really, as a working musician, whatever somebody's willing to put in the tip bucket, I'll try anything.
Yes, sir. You can say that again.
You want to put
I
20
completely
bucks in
agree.
there for me to play wagon wheel? I'll play wagon wheel.
I'll do it 3 times.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I will say I was listening to some of your original stuff before this, and I will say the what's it called? "Living the Dream." Dude, that's a
Yeah, that's
badass guitar riff, man.
yeah, and the funny part, the guy that does my studio work, his name is Neil Uhlenhake. and
Okay.
him and Gary Spencer do have a studio called Wildhurst Studios in Waconia. But I go to Neil's and we put down a rough vocal track, and then he puts the guitar tracks, and he's a beast of a guitar player. But um, I've got a lot of great musicians. I mean, my stable of musicians because I play so much is huge. But yeah, that "Living the Dream," it's a pat on my I recorded that riff just at home on my phone, sent it
Sure.
to him in totally expecting him to go, "Well, this sucks. I'm gonna play something." And he actually goes, "That's really good. I'm gonna use that riff." He added the whammy bar thing to make it kind of
Yeah.
surfy sounding, kind of
That
that
Western
spaghetti
thing.
western thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I think it sounds a bit surf too with the wow. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's catchy. So
No, I
that
dig all that stuff.
yeah, and that
Sick.
song came up. That song in particular came about. The guy that runs sound for us on our outdoor shows, our big shows, Chris Von Eschen from Arlington, Minnesota. Him and I were in a band together for a long time, and I use the term "living the dream" quite a bit. So he
Sure.
said we should write a song. Well, then he sent me a couple verses. I put music to it, added a verse, and then added the chorus, and it's a song. There you go. You know, I mean, that's how that came about, kind of. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
proud of that. Well, I'm proud of all of them. You know, they're kind of like your kids when you write music. You know how it is when you write a
Right.
song.
Yeah, right.
You don't have kids yet, but if you were to have kids,
Not that I know
you're
of.
just a kid yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Have
My
you,
beard's older than you.
yeah, maybe. Um, Speaking of, like, the spaghetti western rock stuff, have you ever heard of the band Ghoul Town?
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you? Actually?
yeah, I have actually, yes.
No shit.
Yeah, actually somebody at a show just asked if I did anything by them, and I'm like and at that point, I didn't know anything about them, and so, of course, I went home and looked them up, and I'm like, "Well, that's pretty cool."
Dude, that's hilarious. My dad's a huge Ghoul Town fan, and we all
Really?
the whole family kinda is now, and my
Yeah, I
dad, dude,
think
he
I
literally
met your mom and dad, I think, at Route 60 or Route 47 when we did that showcase thing. They were there, I
Sure.
think. I'm almost
Probably, yeah,
positive.
yeah. I think so.
Your
I
dad a
think so.
weightlifting guy? Is he pump iron? He used to be a
Yeah,
big yeah, yeah, yeah. I met them. I know I did. I'm you have a twin brother as too, right?
I do, yep, I do.
Yeah, yep. And then so it's kind
Yeah.
of funny story is like you used to play with Grayson a lot, right? Grayson
Yeah, yep,
Sorry. Well,
yep.
Grayson's uncle Ray and I are really good friends. So I actually
Okay.
gave Ray some guitar lessons a long time back, and he cuts my beard, trims my beard. Not hair, I don't really have much left.
Well, I feel like that's every guy above 50 that I know, every
Yeah,
metalhead
yeah, yeah.
looks like a guy like you. Go to a
Yeah,
Slayer concert and there's
I
like
look no different
300
than
of you
most
guys
guys.
just
I
wearing a
can't
black
grow it on
shirt,
my head, so I grow it on my face.
black shirt, bald, and a beard.
Yeah,
What the
absolutely. Got
look
my
is.
black rocking my BlackBerry smoke shop. If you're into them guys at
No,
all,
yeah, dude, those guys are sweet. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they're
But no,
awesome.
that's funny though. That Ghoul Town. My dad drove to I think it was Nashville, and they're playing two places in a row. He drove all the way by
Cool.
himself to Nashville, then to this other place. Seen him two
He drove
nights,
down by himself to go see him.
all
That's pretty.
all down
That
there to himself, and then he just went down to Texas too. I think to Dallas with my mom. They went and seen him.
that's dedication. Heck
Oh, I
yeah.
know. Yeah, that
I'd
lead
love to
singer.
see
He's
them.
like a
Yeah, they're great, man. I really got it. And then when that lady asked, I played it off like, but I'm like, okay, I gotta go look this up, 'Cause I'm pretty up on most music, but I didn't really know. I'd heard it, I guess, heard of them before, but I wasn't really schooled on anything they did or had listened to anything they did.
sure. Well, I heard that "Living the Dream," and I'm like, oh man, I gotta ask him if he knows this band because it's totally the same vibe. And if you
Yeah, it's a
don't, I was gonna send you their whole catalog.
No, it's the same. It's definitely a vibe, and the funny part is I didn't know of them when I wrote that song, but you're 100% right. It's that vibe. I mean, all my stuff. That's why I said most of my stuff. Silver Bridge and some of them, they're pretty heavy. I mean, you listen to the
Yeah.
guitar parts. It's like Zach Wild. Actually, so another buddy of mine who's a musician, um, in the area, Jake Nelson. I put out a song called "Price I Paid,"
Yeah, he's a cool
and
dude.
yeah, Jake's a great dude, and I put that song out, and he texts me the next day, and he goes, "Dude, that song is like Metallica meets Bob Seger plus plus." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, seriously, he loved it. It's got heavy riffs. I mean, it's got the opening riff is like drop C, and it's heavy, for a country guy."
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check out some of that stuff. Yeah, because like
Yeah,
I'm
for
the
sure.
same way as you are. I think I like all the country, the old country, and I'm like big thrash guy and stuff too. But I'm all over the place, which is good. Same
Yeah, I
with
know
you.
you.
That's why I like you.
I'll watch your videos and you're like playing stuff from Testament and like Overkill and all the bands Anthrax. I mean, all the thrash. I mean, I was Suicidal Tendencies. I mean, seen them a number of times. It's awesome stuff, man. I love
My I
Rocky.
got to know a
Rocky is a
guy,
great guitar player.
dude. He's one of my favorite. That's I would say Rocky
Tell him
George
what's
and
up,
George
Rocky.
Lynch. Exactly, dude.
Yeah, George Lynch for
George
real. Yeah.
Lynch and Rocky George, man. Like you can't bring me down. All the whammy
Oh,
stuff. That's how I kind of learned how to do that was from Rocky George.
sure,
All like the
sure.
wah,
He was a
back and forth
master of
and
that whammy bar. Yeah, you can't bring me down.
yeah. My friend Jeff Pogan, I got to know him, but he played with Suicidal for I think 6 to 8 years, something like that. They're on
Really?
tour with Meg. Yeah, in
In like
Suicidal.
the later years, like now,
Yeah,
or
yeah, like later years.
yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
not original guy by any means, but he's
right,
like
right.
38, something like that.
That's cool.
But yeah, he was telling me all these stories. I think Dave Lombardo was still drumming with them. But
Oh,
yeah,
so
they were
yeah,
going on
that
tour
would
with
be
Megadeth and Amon Amarth, I think, when they came through. I
yeah,
don't know if
yeah.
you were at that
Yeah,
show or
so that
not.
was probably yeah, that's later years, but that they
Yeah.
were one of my favorite seeing Suicidal, I think it was 1994. I'd just gotten married or was getting married, and a buddy of mine snuck over and we went to Float Right Park or whatever they call just across the border. What's the name of the Sunset,
And oh,
Somerset.
Somerset. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we saw Danzig, Metallica, and Suicidal Tendencies was a great
Was that like
show.
an Ozfest or something?
No, it was
Or what
just
was
them
that?
3 bands. It wasn't an
Really?
I've
Okay.
I've been to Ozfest a few times too, but
Sure.
that was just that, but Mike Murr, the singer from
Yeah.
Suicidal, had broken his leg, so he came out and he did the whole show, like, on a couch, like a love seat. It was the
That's funny.
coolest thing, it was awesome. But
I'll have
that
to
was
ask my
also the
dad. I'll have to ask my dad if he was at that show because I feel
Yeah,
like he
you should
might
ask
have
him
been.
because that's also the show where Metallica came out with their fresh new boy band haircuts. They'd cut their long hair off, and everybody was pissed.
Yeah, they come walking up. Give me my money back.
We didn't come to see In Sync. We're here to see Metallica.
Right. I think he was at that show. I'd like to see. I like Danzig too, man. He's got a bunch of
Yeah,
good stuff.
Glenn. That goes back. He was lead singer in was it
Misfits.
Misfits. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking Black Flag, but that's Henry Rollins, right?
Yep. I'm not a huge
Yeah.
Misfits guy, but I like all the Danzig stuff for
Yeah,
sure.
the Danzig Twisted Cane and there's some great that's a great look up the riff for Twisted Cane. It's awesome, dude. You'd
Twisted
shred it on
Cane.
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
write
look
that
that up.
down.
We need to do a show. I'll get you on guitar. We'll just do some metal stuff.
Yeah, dude. I'd be down, man. That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
You've been doing some shows with that Chase Grant, right? A little bit, a
Yeah.
couple.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Chase is a good
Yeah.
dude.
I have that. I have that on the list too. Do you guys know each other? I know you guys are part of the CMA thing, right?
Yeah, we don't really. I mean, I know
Okay.
of him, and
Sure.
I know he was doing some guitar stuff with the Farmer's Daughters, I think too,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we've never officially met. No,
Sure. I was actually gonna
it's
try to have him co-host for this one, but I think he
that
was
would have been cool. Yeah,
busy tonight because I was like, dude, you guys would get along so great. So that's funny you bring his name up because I was like,
yeah,
oh man,
I
you guys
really
would
would
be
like,
like best
and I
friends.
knew that you had been doing some stuff with him, so I'd really like to get to know him and network with him a little bit,
Yeah.
and young guy,
And
old guy. Yeah,
well, you know what? He's doing a new album right now, and he's kind of doing it with all these other musicians, like kind of like a collab, like a big
collaborative
collab
thing.
album.
Yeah,
So I'll have to get you guys in touch. Maybe you guys do something together. That'd be cool.
yeah, that'd be really cool. Be
But yeah,
super
we've
cool.
been. He's yeah. I mean, he's kind of like like you, but he's
Is
like
he up?
30.
Does he live up by you? Kind of? Is he from that neck of
He's
the?
over in like Sartell area, kind of St.
Oh, so more
Cloud,
sort of
Sartell
St.
area.
Cloud. Sure. Yeah, yeah. And
But we went to school together though.
you did. So he
Yeah,
moved
so
there
he's
after.
yep, yeah, so I graduated in 2018 and he was 2014, I believe. So
Okay,
he's like 4 years
sure.
older than me. But it's funny because we never really talked in high school and then we were up in Detroit Lakes and it was like 4th of July or something like that. I was at the Snap Fitness up there working out and I saw him up there too and I was like, "Yo, that's a that Chase guy from Rush City, and then I called him on my phone because on Facebook or texted him or something,
Yeah,
just because I wasn't really sure because I was like, oh, this is
and it
weird. We're
went
in
off, and
Detroit
he looked
Lakes,
at it, and you're like, "That is
and
him."
then he looked at his phone. I'm like, and I tapped him on the shoulder. I'm like, yo, dude, what the hell are you doing here? And then that's literally how we started talking. And then we played our first show 2 years ago on like this past New Year's, which is funny. So now we've
Right.
been kicking ass and doing the duo stuff, and
That's
yeah, it's just
awesome.
funny how it works
I
out.
I remember that when we did that Mad Mike's thing showcase, you and, like, especially I'm buds with, Jimmy, that used to do the jam there, Jimmy
Oh,
Wamiko or
Winoco, yeah,
whatever he is.
I'm actually doing
Yeah,
him tomorrow. I'm doing this tomorrow
he's
with him.
oh, tell him Bill says hi. He's a
I
great
will.
dude, him and his wife have been out a few times to see us, but I remember that particular show for the Mad Max thing. Him and you and Danny Lee Jorgensen was like they were
Danny,
like
yeah.
everybody was like, "What?" I got a young kid that plays for me, and his name's Joe, and he's
Dude,
really
that kid kicks
hybrid chicken
ass.
picking. Yeah, he's a great
Dude,
player.
he's one.
Yeah.
I don't know him, but I should have him on this thing because
You should. I should
he's
have had him
insane.
with me, but he's an insane player, and he still does most of my shows. I got a whole bunch of guys that just rip, but I mean, Joe. I remember Danny Lee Jorgensen was just like he was in just awe, and Danny's a great player, you know. But the hybrid chicken picking thing, country stuff is definitely a different animal, you know. It's a different. Not
Hmm.
only are you playing more major scales, you know, you're also playing some pentatonic and mixolydian and all that stuff, but it's how you attack the solo is totally different from a rock
Right.
song. It's almost I think it's more like jazz. It's a bit more
It
I think
is.
the way you attack the notes and stuff is more jazz style orientated. Depends on especially the new country, it's Marshall Stacks and a Les Paul. I mean, they're playing rock riffs. I mean, the new
Right.
country is more
Yeah,
rock and roll.
it's not really
It's
authentic country.
no, it's and everything changes. You know, I mean,
Mhm.
it, music evolves and changes. I remember when Nirvana came out, we all us metalheads thought that the world was coming to an end. But there's been great bands since. I remember
Yeah.
those days like it was yesterday. That grunge scene is gonna ruin heavy metal, and it's funny because
Were you
one of my favorite bands of all times is Alice in Chains, and they're
dude, that's
grunge,
mine
but
mine too, man. That's my favorite grunge band of all
for
time, for
sure,
sure,
for
hands
sure.
down. That whole
Eas
Facelift album, dude, front to back, the best.
I still to this day, on my acoustic sets, I did it yesterday by request, but, I do Nutshell, and that people love that, but I've also done, Man in the Box acoustic and, you know,
Mhm.
one of my favorite songs ever by them is a song called "Sea of Sorrow." Starts out with the
Yeah, dude.
piano, dun, 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 dun. It's a
Yep.
great tune.
Yeah, that's on
So
Facelift,
good.
right? Bleed the
Yeah,
Freak and
yeah.
all those tunes.
Yep.
I'm,
There's some
God,
great songs on there.
what's that first song in that
"We
record?
Die Young."
Yeah.
That's a great yeah.
Dan it, dan it, dan oh, man, yeah. Drop D.
All the
Are you
way.
more of a rhythm guitar player, or
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
know
don't
you've ripped some solos and stuff
I
too, right?
play
But
enough lead to be dangerous, but I mean, I hire the guys that really can play. I mean, I do like on my acoustic sets and stuff when I got another guy, I'll take a solo here and there. I'm
yeah,
pretty rudimentary. I keep it simple. I don't do a lot of bends and all. Yeah, I'm also on an acoustic, so it's most of the guys that do the duos with me play on electric, so they can shred, because we'll do everything across the board, so they want to be able to really rip. If somebody
sure.
asks for a docking tune, they can roll into it. They
Dude,
can
we should
really
do a
get
show
after it.
together, man. That'd be fun.
We,
We should.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
I mean, I know
I've toyed with
we
the idea of some point in my life I want to write like a heavy metal album. And because I really I mean, I'm telling you, Friday night, we played Raleigh's in St. Cloud, and a couple of my buddies were there that are huge Slave Raider guys from way back in the day.
dude, I saw that on Facebook. I was just gonna
So,
mention that.
we busted out, you, me, and the boys. Yeah, just off the cuff,
Yeah,
half the band didn't know it, but I'm like, I gather around, here's how it goes in a nutshell, just like
yeah.
simple
Well, I feel
simple
like
highlights.
that's what separates, like, the boys from the men, I think, as far as, like, a good musician goes, is I love that. Like, I love playing a song that I don't know, and it's just like, "Hey, figure it out on the spot,"
Right.
and
On the
it
spot,
kinda lights a
especially,
fire under your ass.
if somebody's throwing money at like, you'll go back to that tip jar again. I hate to say
Mhm.
if things are fueled by money, but, I do this for a
Helps.
living. So if somebody puts a $20 bill in there, well, that's gonna speak volumes.
Well, I mean, shit, we did, Chase and I actually, we were at, Legends in St. Cloud playing,
Yeah,
and, we literally did a Taylor Swift song and a Limp Bizkit song back to back for tips.
awesome.
That's
I
how,
I got a gig.
bipolar it
I got
is.
a acoustic gig coming up there in February, early February, like the 4th, I think, or the 5th. And then I've got a full band one there, St. Patrick's Day weekend on that Saturday, the 14th, I think it is. We got a full
Yeah, that should
band
be
gig
good.
there.
That should
Yeah,
that
I
should be good.
that that's a great play. That St. Cloud area, Raleigh's is fun. I think Chase is opening up for somebody at Raleigh's.
Alex Williams, I
Alex
believe is his
Williams,
name.
yeah, and Alex is great. He's a shredder himself. He's a great player, country guy, but I mean, he plays. He'll do some rock covers too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
might have to go.
he's a good dude. I would suggest if you I think it's February 20th is the
Yeah,
date.
that sounds right.
I think it is. I'm gonna be gone, otherwise I would be there. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
I'm
in
gonna see if I'm
Dominican.
open.
Yeah, you
Where you
should.
going?
If you
Dominican?
yeah, we're gonna go on vacation. So,
Damn, that sounds great.
have you been to Raleigh's ever?
I actually have not. I
You
was,
should check it.
I
Cool
was gonna
place.
do I was gonna fill in for a show there, but then I didn't, and the other guy did it. But yeah, I drive by it all the time. I just never been in
Yeah,
there. I know like
it's a cool
Firehouse
venue.
has played there, like all these
Oh,
bands have played in there, but
everybody's
just never have.
yeah, that Danny plays there with his with that
AC/DC band,
AC/DC
or
tribute
Old
thing. Yep.
Voltage.
Old
Yeah,
Voltage, yep.
dude,
Yeah, it's a cool bar. I
the
play there once
do
a
you know
month or
Danny
so.
well?
Yeah, just from that just really from that Mad Mike's thing, and then we've talked
Okay,
on mess it's kinda like you almost, kinda the same thing. I never get a chance to get out because 'cause I'm always busy and you guys play
I
and
know,
everybody
dude.
everybody we gotta find a day when and I don't know if does Danny do a day job
No, I just do it. Well, he does a little side thing, yeah, a little part-time
thing?
deal.
So I almost gotta figure out maybe we could go for lunch someday during the day when, if you guys got a day that works, I drive down to the city because is he in Cannon Falls? He used to live in Cannon Falls.
Yep, yeah, he's from
I
that
grew up
Cannon
there.
area. Okay, yep. And then, he is in Woodbury now.
Oh, so more metro.
So,
Okay, sure.
yep.
Sure, I could come
Yeah, yeah.
down. I never get a chance, and it's tough to network with other musicians when we're all playing. It's hard to do,
I
I
know.
mean,
I know, it's everyone's working, and especially in the summer, dude, when it's really busy, and then it's funny because like, you guys like you and Todd Jameson, and, like, we're all kind of following each other around,
and
it's
Todd's a
like
great friend of mine. Todd's a salt of the earth guy, man. We've gotten each other into gig. I was playing at SRO and he wanted to get in there, so I talked to the owner and she got him in there. And then I wanted to play Maple Tavern, so he talked to Chad and got me into Maple Tavern. So
Chad's a good dude too.
oh yeah, Chad's a great dude.
He's a
Um,
huge Pantera guy,
yeah, oh
if you
yeah,
didn't know.
he's a
Yeah.
good guy. But yeah, it's all about helping. To me, it's all about. I know other musicians though that they were like, I'd never give the contact. I'm like, what are you scared of? They're gonna take your gig.
Yeah.
There's plenty of gigs out there. If somebody needs help getting a gig and I can help them, why would you not? I mean, that's to
Well,
me,
it's
that's
a
what it's all
different
about.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
no,
it's a different
we're
thing, like,
we're not.
if
Well, you and I aren't competing. It's not the same. You play different
yeah,
stuff
it's
than
not the
I
same
do.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
no. It's and even if we did, well, you can't take all the gigs. So there's going to be some. I've never been into that kind of. I've had other musicians though that have been. I had one guy came to me one time and said, I'm putting a full band together. I'm coming for your gigs. I'm like, well, let me know when you're ready. I'll help you book some shows. I'm like, what are you going to take my gigs? You can have them. I mean, I arguably played
Yeah.
too damn much already. I don't,
Did,
it's no,
how many shows did you have in 2025? Did you have quite a bit?
yeah, I had, yeah, yeah, I did like 305 shows.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I play,
Jesus.
summertime I do a pretty solid 25 to 30 shows a month easily, and that's without the senior living gigs during the in the week. I don't even add them
Where
in
the
there.
hell do you play on a Monday?
Bike nights all over the out here. It's pretty common for me to play Tuesday to Tuesday and have Monday off. And then play Tuesday
Jesus,
to
dude.
Tuesday yeah, and a lot of times
Uh,
it's 2 on Saturday. My wife can attest, almost every Saturday is an afternoon gig followed by a full band gig at night. It's you gotta make hay when the sun shines, because now in the wintertime, you go down to, now I'm probably at like 15 to 17 gigs a month. That's still a lot of gigs, but I
Well,
mean,
this
it's
is
all
all
I
full
do.
time for you, right?
It's
Yeah,
full time. Yeah, I was a tool and die guy. I was a machinist for many years, and COVID hit and got laid off. And my wife said, "Why don't you just play music?" And I'm like, "What? That's an option?" He's all,
yeah. You're
so
not
that's what
gonna
I.
get mad at me.
No, no, she's not. Yeah, I've done very well, but I've been playing you know well longer than you are. What are you? 24?
I'm 26 now. Yeah,
26. You're my kids' age. My daughter's 26 and my son's 27. So I've been playing as long as you are old.
sure.
So yeah,
No, I
almost to
dude,
the date.
I did 150 shows in 2025, and I thought that was a lot.
That's awesome. That is
But
good.
like,
That's
dude,
good, Max.
I mean, I'd love to, do more of the weekday stuff, and but they're
Yeah,
hard to find.
well, the summer it's not. I mean, if you ever need, I'll get you some patio connections for out this. I mean, you might mean you're driving out this way a little ways, but it seems like you go all over anyway. So what's the difference?
Yeah,
I'm probably
I'm an hour north of the cities, so it's kind of a pain
yeah,
in the ass to
yeah.
get around. But
You're in Rush City, right? Is that roughly
yep.
where you? Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So that's a hike. I did a wedding up there in September. For me, from Plato here, it was an hour and 40 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Which
hour and
what
a half, two
which
hours.
isn't horrible. I mean, depends on the gig, and if you can get a couple weekday gig and make some money, what's a
Yeah,
little drive? What's a little drive? And you're doing what you love to do.
right.
Um, that's the way I look at it. It's like people say, "Oh, you're driving that far for a gig." I'm like, I'm looking at the person that was telling me that and going, "You drive an hour and 10 minutes to your job, and you bitch about it and hate it. So what's the difference if I
Yeah,
drive an hour and 40 to do something I love to do?"
and you can drink on the job, and that guy can't.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. Can you have a Coors Light on on your break at your
That's funny. Who
uh,
is
well, like on the countryside, Waylon. I do a Waylon tribute thing too, and I'd have to go with Waylon. As far as like old school guys, Waylon. New guys, I'm
mhm,
really into like Cody Jinks, Sturgill Simpson, that kind of thing. But
sure.
I'd say Waylon, and then Lemmy. I mean, I started playing bass. That's when I started playing music. I mean, when I started the full band, I was the bass player. So actually, I wasn't. I started the band, and I had a bass player. He quit, so I went to the basement and started working on bass licks and seeing if I could sing and play bass, and didn't come out till I had it figured out. And then I was the bass player for many many years, and then I hired this now the kid that I got playing bass. Now he's 23, and he's been with me since he's been 14. So.
Oh, really?
Um,
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it used to be we'd play a casino, his mom and dad would have to come to walk
Yeah,
him
I'd
to
sit
the
there and
venue
watch.
because he could. Yep, yep, yep. So, but that's where the Lemmy. I'm a diehard Motorhead, but you know, who'd win in a fight between God and Lemmy? Well, that's a trick
Let me
question
is
because
God.
Lemmy is yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
remember
But
the
yeah,
first time
Airheads,
Airheads?
yeah, was it
Yeah,
Sandler and Brendan Fraser, and there's a
Frasier
whole
and then
bunch of
Steve
guys in there.
Buscemi. Steve Buscemi is the other
Yeah,
one.
oh yeah,
That's right.
Steve Buscemi is awesome.
Yeah,
He
that's
plays
that's
the
a
same
badass movie.
goofball almost in every damn movie, but he's funnier. It
Oh,
was
I
kind of
know.
like Chris Farley. Chris Farley played the same character almost in every movie he played in, but he was so damn good at it. If don't
That's
change
why I
a
feel like
thing.
Adam Sandler's like that too. He's always playing like the
Yeah, he's
kind of
always the Billy
dumbass,
Madison
goofy
guy or
guy.
the
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore. He just
yeah,
changes the name. It's the same goofball, but it's so damn funny. Why? Like I can remember when them first Adam Sandler CDs came out with like "Piece of Shit Car" and the Lunch Lady song and all. I mean, I
sure.
still put that crap on and just laugh my ass.
Are you a big comedian fan too, by chance, or not
Yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So so.
Yeah, I am for sure. Some new guys, I'm old school. I really like I loved Eddie Murphy's stand up, Richard Pryor,
Yeah. You a Dice fan?
yeah, Dice, yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
he's my favorite. Yeah, for sure.
Hickory Dickory, yeah,
I
Dice
uh
and
I got to see him a couple years back at Mall of
George
America. Dice
Carlin.
Clay.
Dice was great, dude. I mean, he still is. I don't know if he still does. Is he still
No,
doing
he
stand
is.
up?
Yeah,
He is still
I
doing
just
stuff.
saw him. I just saw him
Like just
2 years
recently.
ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
at
cool.
Mall of America at the comedy thing up on
At
that
the
first or
Acme
the fourth floor.
comedy deal. Yeah, yeah, that's
And
cool.
yeah, that
Yeah, he's
was
good.
He still
He's
kicks
good.
ass.
George Carlin was funny. Steve Martin. I mean, I definitely, but my favorite, I mean, honestly, Chris Farley is my guy, man. I that changed me when he came out with Tommy Boy and then Black Sheep. That's
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of the best stuff in the Black Sheep when he goes into that music festival. I learned that
yeah.
and the Laguna Beach. They have, that's just some great stuff. He gets all
I gotta
baked with
watch that
those
one
guys.
again.
He gets baked
He's
with them
I think he's
Rasta
buried in.
guys.
Is he buried in Madison?
Yeah,
I
I think
think
he's from there, or somewhere around that
something like
area in
that.
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know
Yeah, I
my
mean
my parents visited his grave, but yeah, I think he's somewhere over there, if I'm not
yeah, your
mistaken.
parents
But
are probably about my age. Anybody, I mean, anybody in my age category. I mean, Farley, yeah, he was the guy. But
my
there's a lot.
my uh my dad was 1970. He's born in,
Yeah, so
so
he's two. I'm
56.
72, so we're
Okay,
just a couple years apart. Like
yeah.
new guys, I like that. The guy that takes his shirt off all the time,
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kirscher. He's pretty funny.
Yeah,
He's pretty good. I like him. Uh, I'm trying to think of there's some other guys I like, and now names escape me. I can't think of them. But
big. I'm a big music and comedian guy. It goes well together for me.
oh, you know, I love the guys like Sandler that do them together. You know,
Right.
there's another older dude. Jim Brewer is Jim Brewer.
Yeah,
You
Jim
know,
Brewer,
yeah,
man.
he does the you know, he does the hokey pokey and it's like AC. Yeah, you know, hokey
Yeah, yeah,
pokey. He sounds
yeah, yeah.
he sounds just like
And he's
Brian
damn yeah,
Johnson.
yeah, and he's doing a little duck walk, the Angus
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
and
yeah, he does that. My favorite skit by him, though, is the party where, you know, he's drinking and he's drinking, like, tequila and vodka, and then somebody brings he goes, "Oh, then the Mexicans show up and they put in some Jose Cuervo. Everybody out!" And he's throwing up on the he's hilarious, dude, and he's just looks like he's baked out of his mind when he's doing
well, I know. I remember watching an interview with him too. I can't remember what that show is. It's something about smoking weed or something, getting high or stoned or
Right.
whatever. But he yeah, there's something about people saying like, "Oh, you look like you smoked a bunch." He's like, "No, that's literally how I look
That
24/7."
I don't think he does, but he looks like he
I don't think
does.
so. That's hilarious. It's funny too with like smoking weed. Like I know a lot of people do that stuff, but like I've never have. And being in the
It
music
I
scene like for, ever since I was 14, I never touched that shit once. It's wild.
it ain't my thing either. Actually, I don't even drink it. I'm pretty I say I'm an outlaw, I'm playing outlaw country, but I don't drink. I don't some health issues with diabetes a few years back, and the first thing that's gotta go I used to drink, you know, 4 or 5 tall Guinnesses a show, you know, a lot of carbs
Yeah.
in there. It's like I had some health issues and ended up having had my left big toe amputated due to diabetes, so it's a daily
Shit, really?
reminder. Yeah, yeah, so it's a daily reminder. When people say I'm gonna dip my 10 toes in the water, I have to say 9. I
Well,
you know
how do you wear flip-flops?
well, it's there's still a little nub there. I can almost, you know, I'm not a flip flop guy anyway. I, you know,
Your feet aren't
my,
too pretty?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to be. I wasn't going to be a foot model before the amputation of the toe. So that, you know, hands either. You know, I mean,
No, that's funny. I know my dad, he had his big toenail removed, and then his one
sure.
next to it too, got him like ripped off. He said it was like the most
Get
painful ass thing in the world.
was he getting like ingrown toenails and shit, and they had to
No,
pull
it
it off?
was I think it was him and my mom. They were moving something, and
Oh, and
my
he
my
got it
dad said,
smashed.
well, my dad said to lift, but my mom pushed, and my dad was wearing sandals or something, and it just messed it up,
So she purposely did it.
Probably. My dad was probably doing something dumb or saying something stupid. Mom got mad. No, that's funny. Um, but yeah, circling back to music stuff. Legends of the Opera. I seen
Yeah.
that pop up. Are you still doing that, or what's that all about? It's
Yeah,
like a little
that's a
trivia
one.
show to the
Yeah,
Opry.
it's a once a year. So it's for a organization called To Be Continued, and they're a suicide prevention. So they go into schools and um, try to teach kids, you know, about suicide. You know, suicide prevention. There's help out there, basically. So every once a year we do this Legends of the Opry show, and it's phenomenal. It's the production and the musicians. Joe, that young kid that plays for me, plays in it. My drummer Chad plays in it, and then we got a guy plays pedal steel, Sheldon Brandt. He's phenomenal. Um, Bass player is John Farber. It's a great. And then we got myself sings and a gal named Christine Passig. She's a really great female singer. And then Mitchell Hall does the Johnny Cash stuff. So I do Waylon and
Sure,
Cody Jenks, Jamie Johnson. Those are the stuff that's really I not just because I got a beard. Jamie Johnson's like right in that's my wheelhouse. I mean, I can really
sure.
pull that stuff off well.
Like, is that
But
fits your range pretty well and stuff too,
yeah, very
singing
well. I
wise,
mean,
and
I'm blessed. I mean, I have a pretty good vocal range. I mean, I can belt out some Iron Maiden and then go into a low Josh Turner song, but yeah, I mean, it's just God-given talent. I mean, I don't ever worked at it. I mean, I'm just one day I started realized I can sing, I think. And then I sang for some people and they're like, "Yeah, you're not in a band?" I'm like, "No, well, you should be." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well." And I didn't start and I was 28 or something before I even started playing really. So
oh, really?
kind of a
Wow.
yeah, I didn't start like you when you were young. By the time you're
Yeah,
my age,
I was 6 years old, I think, when I started
yeah, you'll
plucking. I
have
mean, I
way
wasn't
more
good, but
you'll have way more time invested by the time you're old and grizzled like me. But I mean, I've still been at it
yeah,
26 years, so it's a good chunk. But I mean, I think about if I would have started even earlier, I'd be already have like close to 40 years under my belt, or over.
sure.
But it's all good, I make up for it now playing 300 shows a year.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's insane, dude.
It's a grind,
That's
man.
literally insane.
And the beauty is I don't have to have a day job. So, if I got Tuesday through Tuesday in the summer, yeah, that's at night though, and I got all day to kind of get shit done
Yeah.
around the house or whatever I got to do, get a nap. When you're my age, you got to have a nap. You don't even know what that is yet, but you'll find it someday, you young
But
buck.
you bring a
Yeah,
pillow to
yeah.
some of your
What
gigs
are you
in
gonna
case
do?
you gotta
I'm gonna
take a
go out
little
the parking
nap on
lot,
your
smoke
break.
some weed on break. Well, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you just got out of them, and we're going in them.
exactly, yeah. No, yeah, I'd be giving them shit too. You bring your pillow with you know, for nap
That's fun.
time?
You said you're interviewing Jimmy tomorrow?
Yeah, Jimmy, yep.
That's cool. That's cool, man. I still gotta get out. I wanna get out and see the Metallica thing that he's in now.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good. I mean, the videos I watched are great.
Yeah, he's a super good guitar player.
Yeah.
I
He's
remember
a
the first
good
time
guy
seeing
too.
him. Yeah, you know, he's awesome. Yeah, his whole family's
Yeah.
really nice, and I got to
Yep,
know his
yep.
kids a little bit, and
Met his wife. They've came out a couple times to some shows, and he's just I know he's not uber into country, but he's getting more and more. And he said to me, I'm working my way to you putting me on a gig." I said, "Man, you let me know when you're ready. I'll throw you on a gig, Jimmy, any day." I told him a long time back. He said, I gotta pick that Joe's brain. And I said, Jimmy, you have all and same with you, Max. You have all the tools in the toolbox to play country. It's just enough time to sit down and learn how to attack the countryside of you shred. I mean, there's no doubt you can play all the notes you need to play country. You just have to. You've always played rock, so it's different. It's a different
yeah,
mindset.
totally, yeah, yeah. Cool country
Yep.
background, and like I'm
Yeah.
kind
Oh
of
yeah. Me
a
too.
wild
We
card, you know,
do a
and
bunch of Skinner. Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah, it's
love I
fun.
love
It's cool.
that Southern rock stuff is right up my alley too. We do a song called "Train Train" by Blackfoot, and
Blackfoot, man, yeah.
yeah, man, for sure. Some
Who plays the
Skinner.
harmonica part?
I used to have a harp guy that played harp, but we don't now, so we don't have anybody that does it now. I should probably pick
That
one up and try to learn it. And then we also do like some Allman Brothers by request and stuff too. So I'm big Southern rock. Well, Blackberry Smoke, man, they're kind of like Allman Brothers, Skinner. They're like the new Skinner to me. They're like right
yeah.
where they're country kind of, but they're Southern rock too. I mean, Charlie Starr, he can chicken pick with the best of them. He's a good player. They both. I just saw a video, him and the other guitar player. were in Georgia, I think, or somewhere, and they did a just acoustic. The two Gibson acoustics, and they were doing an Allman Brothers tune, and they did some other. What the heck else did they do that I thought was really cool? Dang it, Patience. They did a cover of Patience. I thought that was yeah, right.
Well,
It was
I gotta hook you up with Danny Jorgensen, man, because he's a huge Skinner guy and like Blackberry Smoke. Like I went to jam with him and his band, and we did that Up in Smoke tune and shit. Those
yeah.
like he freaking kills the shit out of that song. I remember.
Well, he's a great guitar player. Danny's a beast.
It's funny because like we're always, you know, me, Jimmy, Danny, and like, there's so many other guitar players, but we're always like, or Billy Schlump too. He's a buddy of mine,
Yeah,
and
I don't know him either, but I know who he is. Yeah, he's a
he's a
great player.
killer too. And like we're always, you know, oh, dude, you're so much better than me. But it's like we all have different styles, you know. So it's kind of funny
Yeah, and
that we're
that's
all kind of on the same range. But it's same with your, you know, what's his name?
yeah, the
Joe
guys that
plays
all
in your
play
band.
for me play, they all play. There's a guy named Dave Beatty. He's from the cities. He plays in 340. He's a shred. He's a great guitar player. Joe, a guy named Chris Rose, my cousin Rob Stokes. These guys, they're really great guitar players. I mean, not just country either. I mean,
Yeah,
Joe will bust into we'll do all we do some GNR. Funny part is it sounds like a country cover of GNR because they're playing it note for note, and then when I sing it, it kind of sounds like Jamie Johnson doing. But I mean, it works. We make it work. Same
yeah,
when we do ACDC. I don't try to do the Brian Johns. I've watched enough bands. To me, the only person that I think does a really good cover of that is like Dave Moody from Hairball does a really good job
sure,
at the Brian Johnson. Otherwise, when I see guys doing, I just see him do this and it just sounds
yeah.
dumb. Just singing the song like you'd sing your own voice.
Well, and
Here's what I
make it
do.
yours.
I make it mine. So, like, when I do Alice in Chains, I don't try to be Lane Staley. Yeah,
Good.
I did be me, that's what you do. I think that's what makes an artist is I can take any song, I can take a Cyndi Lauper song and make it my own, and that's
Hmm.
what you should do. And I've heard you do some stuff. I've watched some videos. I thought you did do a nice job taking it and making shit your own, man.
Well, I just started singing like in July. You know, my balls finally dropped, and I kind of grew some confidence. So
I knew
it's
you weren't a singer before. That's and then I've seen you starting to add shows, and I'm like, that's cool. And I watched. It sounds good, man.
oh, thank you.
Really,
Yeah, it's the
keep
same
going.
thing like what you're saying though. Like the reason why I was nervous and scared is like, you know, if you just try to sing like, you know, Brian Johnson or something, you're just gonna sound like a shittier Brian Johnson or Axl
Yeah, right,
Rose, or you know,
right.
you're just gonna
You're
sound
not
like a
going to
shittier
sound
version of 'em.
better. Just you do your own thing.
Yeah, and then once you kind of find your range and like what you can do, what you can't do. Once I figured that out, I think
And it
singing
don't once you
anything goes
figure that
way
out and
easier.
once you unlock that door, it's pretty easy because now you get the more and more you do that, you know what you can sing and what you can't sing, or especially as a guitar player, you'll know like, okay, they want this song, it's in A. Well, it's pretty high. I should probably drop it down to G. You're going down a whole step, then it makes it
Right.
much easier on you vocally. And I've had some guys from the music scene, and I won't say names, but I had a guy tell me, well, you can't change the key. And I'm like, says who? I
Yeah.
mean, where's it written that if this song is in A, I have to do it in A? No.
Right.
You can do whatever key. You go by what your singer, what fits because the guitar structure stuff, whether it's an
Yeah, you're
A or
just
G, you're
shifting
just
around.
moving your position. I mean, it's not rocket science. But if the
Mhm.
singer can't sing it in A and you force them to do it in A, well, now you can nail your guitar stuff, but the singer sounds like shit, so the whole thing sounds terrible, right? I mean, what?
Yeah.
But we did it in the right key.
Well, and I don't know, that's and, like, those people who are saying that stuff to me, 'cause I've had that stuff too, you know, those people, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
okay, well, you like, I'm the one playing 5 times, 4 or 5 times a week, and it's like,
Right.
you're the one playing 3 times a year, so it's like, who are you to
So you
tell
tell
me
him,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing, you
yeah.
know?
Thanks for your advice, but I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, and it's the same. I mean, as far as like learning guitar solos, like I being like more of a solo guitar player, I get if you're in like a
Yep.
tribute band or if you're, you know, like a
Yes.
hairball doing something like that, and you nail that shit right. But
Note
if
for
you're doing like
note.
a regular cover band, like note for yeah, the note for note stuff, it's like get the gist. I
Unless
mean,
you're
obviously don't butcher it, but like if you know what key it's in and you get the main stuff, like just do it.
take your liberties unless you're in a tribute. That's how I feel too. People say, well, you did that cover of Merle Haggard, but you did it different. You know, the guitar player Joel he plays a Kemper. So I mean, he'll be on like
Same.
Mesa Toogie. Just he's playing Zach Wild riffs in our Merle Haggard stuff, and it's like that's what I want though. I mean, I don't
That's me
want.
too.
I mean, I mean, it's for real. I mean, that's what makes it fun. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I give those guys liberty to, as long as you're in that scape, it's kind of similar, whatever tone, whatever notes you want to play, as long as it fits and works and you like that. Even my original stuff, I tell you, I want it close, when we do it, but
Mhm.
you don't have to be note for note. I mean, music is supposed to be different every time. Look, you go to a Bob Dylan concert and he'll play a song, a whole different style that you've known your whole life and you don't even know what it is till he hits the chorus because you're like, what is this song? He does it in
Right.
like a reggae style, he'll come out and do like knock on heaven's door in some weird version and you don't even know what it is. It's like but that to me that marks genius when you change it up like that.
Well, and it's like how many bands played the same damn songs
Yeah.
around here. So it's like
I
be a little
I can
different,
walk
you
into
know?
any bar anywhere and some band's playing "Keep Your Hands to Yourself."
Or Sweet Child of Mine or something.
Sweet
Yeah.
child of mine. Yeah, yeah,
And
and they're on my I don't do them night in. Usually, I don't do them unless somebody asks for them, like those like Sweet
right.
Home Alabama, Freebird, it's $100, and, your mind would be blown if you know how much money I've made on playing Freebird throughout the years for 100
Dude, I
bucks.
got buddies in Nashville who are doing that. And it's like $100 a song for a free
Yeah,
bird. They play it 3, 4 times a night.
yeah, that's
Crazy.
what I'm gonna say bare minimums in my career, I've played Freebird 1,000 times. I mean, dude, it's insane. Now it's a joke. People will come. I
Yeah.
just had it at. We were playing Raleigh's Rednecks and Longnecks Country Bar, and my buddy Jeff comes walking up to the stage holding 100, and I'm like, "You son of a gun! He's gonna ask for." I looked at the band. Joe's like, "They're gonna ask for Freebird," and I had Dave on the gig too, and Dave's a great slide player. So we gave him the Joe will play it too, but he doesn't play it slide. He just plays it regular,
Yeah.
which it sounds great. But Dave does the slide part, and then Joe takes the solo at the end when it goes to the other part. But yeah, we gave him his 100. I We did about 17 minutes of I gave him his $100 worth.
You just rip yeah, that end solo you could just stretch out as long as you want.
We did, yeah. But I mean, it's become a joke now with people.
Oh, I know. It's like a meme.
They'll pay $100. I'm like, you really want to spend $100 of your hard-earned money to hear us do Freebie? Yep, I do. I'm like, all right, money talks.
Oh, yeah, I know.
We're a 5-piece band, so that's $20 a guy for us to play for one song.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Give it to him. He ain't
Hell
gonna
yeah.
make that money doing something else.
You're
Might as
damn
well.
right. You're dang right. And that's how kind of the slave wheel. A couple of my buddies were like, one of them dropped to 20, and they're like, "And what's the chances?" And you, me, and the boys. I'm like, "All right." So I gathered the band around for a half a second. Said, pretty much E, D, A, and
3 chords, let's
G,
hit
E. Yeah,
it.
three chords in the truth, man. It's just like country almost. Three chords in the truth. And we went into it. And they were, yeah. I think my buddy John took a video of it. That's probably the
Yeah, I
video
saw it
you
on
saw.
Facebook.
Yeah,
I was creeping some of your stuff, trying to get some
yeah. That's
topics to
cool.
talk about, and I saw that
No, that's
video, and I
cool.
was like, "No shit,
Yeah,
wild."
yeah, yeah.
I actually had Tim Cleddy on the other day. He's playing with Slave
Yeah,
Raider right now, and and all those other bands. But he's a
yeah,
cool dude too.
Yeah,
Should be coming
Rival
out.
5. Yeah, I don't and again, I don't know Tim personally. We Facebook friends. Well, so about 2, 3 weeks ago, I did a I did just an acoustic cover of a song called Black Hole. It's an old Slave Raider tune, and I sent it
Sure.
to Letitia Ray, the bass, she was the bass player,
Yeah,
and
bass
we're
player.
friends on we've been friends for a long time, and so I sent it to her, and she sent it to Chainsaw and she reposted it on the Slave Raider page, and Tim Coletti was the first guy to respond and said, "Bill, this is great." I'm like, "What? Thank you." I was like, "Tim Coletti responded and commented to this dumbass from Plato?" I'm nobody, I thought it was pretty cool.
No,
Tim's
that's
pretty
awesome.
highly regarded, and that's, he's a great player. So when somebody like that gives you a compliment, it's like, wow, thank you. Take it and run.
One, it's funny because like, and that's you talked about like these guys, but you don't know them. Like that's why I started doing this thing is because like I started thinking that I'm like guys like you. I met you once, but like we see each
Right.
other. You see each other shit all the time. We follow each other around, but like we never really
Yeah.
be able to get to know each other and talk. And so it's
Right.
like, why not just sit down for an hour, just chat and you know, BS,
Yeah.
talk
I mean,
music, have fun.
the your name comes up when I play for Melody up at the senior living. She'll
Oh
always
yeah,
ask
yeah,
what's going. she
yeah. I think I'm
she
playing
when I
there
first
Thursday.
yeah. Yeah, she's awesome, man. She's great. Christmas time I played there and she said, "If I buy a Santa suit, would you wear it?" I'm like, "Sure."
Got the beard, got the
I
beard.
didn't even she's like, "You don't need the beard." I said, "No, I got my own." It
No,
was
that's
fun.
funny.
She's awesome.
I
She's
think she
great,
sent me some
great gal.
pictures of you in that,
Yeah,
and I, yeah, I
she
know
said,
she
"I'm
has
gonna
Todd
send
in there too.
She said, "I'm gonna send him to Max. Is that okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Max can might see me in a Santa suit. He'll get a laugh."
Actually, you should do that as a part-time job too.
Oh,
Be
I was
freaking
telling
Santa,
her,
and
I know some people that do it. It's a couple guys,
oh,
and they
dude, they make
make
money, dude.
during the
Yeah,
holiday seasons, you go to a damn mall and they got the Santa guy there. He's making more money than us playing music.
yeah.
It's insane, is what it is. What I should do is singing Santa. I should come in with my guitar
You know
and
what? I haven't seen
I'm
anyone do that yet.
I might be onto something.
I think so.
Maybe I can hire a few of you guitar players. You guys be my guitar elves, and we'll
Dude, you know what?
we can do
That
like a
would be pretty
TSO,
sick.
like a Trans Siberian thing.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do all Christmas. I do all like TSO covers and
Yeah. Oh,
well, dude,
I
are you a
love
Sabotage guy?
all the way, dude.
Now we're speaking
All the
C
Mountain King, baby. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've been a Sabotage fan for, in the
before I
'80s.
was born.
Well before you were born.
Dude, yeah, man. John Oliva and Chris Oliva. Like Chris Oliva's that's one of my influences too. Chris Oliva, George Lynch, and Rocky George are my three guys.
Great. And Alex Slonik played in there too. Is there a
Yeah, and
West Coast
TS
and East Coast
there is.
TSO?
Yep.
And Alex plays in the must be the West Coast one then, or
He
I don't
I
know
think he
which one
used to. I
to.
don't think he does anymore.
He doesn't
But I
anymore.
know
Okay.
yeah, I know all those guys kind of rotate. They got that Joel Hoekstra or whatever too. He's with
Yeah,
White Snake. And
yep. He's a
no,
he's a beast.
yeah. I know the his teeth is brighter than my future. I feel like when I'm looking at pictures at him. But
It's like I think he went to he had the whitening of the teeth. Yeah, he's super like, man, those things glow.
yeah, he's got his own
I feel like
spotlight in his mouth, dude.
yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like you have glow sticks for teeth or what do you got going on?
Yeah, yeah. No, I think Zach Stevens is playing with them too still in TSO. But yeah, dude, I was actually talking to a booking agent guy, and he was saying he's like, if you can get a TSO tribute type of deal like during Christmas, he's like, dude, I'll book you all these theaters and shows. I know
Dude,
there's that Wizards of Winter one that Steve Brown from Trickster he does
yeah.
one,
We
but
could kill it.
nothing
Think of
nothing
me,
Midwestern.
I'll come sing some vocals for you and some TSO stuff.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, dude.
for real.
For real.
It would be fun. I mean, no one's doing it, but
Yeah. That'd be like a Llama Steak music room kind of thing.
exactly. Okay, have more
Yeah,
dinner shows and that'd be
absolutely.
funny though. Do a band, dress up as Santa, you got elves all behind you, freaking
That,
playing. Like, yeah,
I think there's something to be had there. We probably shouldn't have put that on here. Somebody's gonna
yeah.
steal our idea.
We'll have to edit that out. We'll have to edit that out. Yeah.
Edit that out.
Uh, yeah. Now you got me thinking. See, I'm always thinking of shit like that. Like, because you always gonna have
Well,
to have a gimmick.
you kind of always do have to be thinking and changing. I know, like like, but a little bit before COVID. Actually, COVID is kind of right around the time when the duo and solo stuff really got big.
Yeah, I
I mean, there
agree.
was guys doing it before that, but I mean, kind of before that, it was like, bands, well, we do the full band or nothing. And I'm like, well, that seems like you're leaving some low hanging fruit. So now, I mean, I do probably 50-50 duo to full band. And then I do some soul, like the senior living stuff I don't bring. I downloaded
Right.
some cheesy karaoke backing tracks and I sound like a full band, but it's
I'm the
just
king of
me.
that.
You do that too? And I let the track do this. I rip out Merle Haggard tunes, and I just strum my acoustic, and the backing tracks doing the solos. Sometimes I'll noodle around, play a little of my own solo in there too.
Yeah,
But you know what it does is it takes the song without any instrumentation from a 2-minute song, and you put the track in with the solos and the intros and stuff. Well, I have less songs I gotta sing because they 'cause they're longer, you know? I mean,
right.
if you're not, and I'm not a looper guy. I've never
Same. I'm
I
not either.
I'm just I'm kind of a klutz. I've always had that fear, like, I'd be looping, and then I'd hit the damn looper at the wrong, because the looper's great when you know what's going on, but if it comes in at the wrong time, shit can go wrong real fast.
Well, I mean, at least you don't have that extra toe, so you got a little bit
Yeah,
more
I mean,
clearance, to
I I can't hit the looper with this foot. I'm missing that big toe hit. No, I mean, honestly, it sounds, when guys do it and they're good at it, I just watch them and go, "Man, that's talented." Especially like
I know.
if they're put layering tracks and doing a drum track on their. I watch some of them guys and I'm like, yeah, okay, it took you 2 minutes to build this track, but now you're in the song, but it's so effing cool, and it was so captivating to watch you
Yeah,
build the track that I don't care that it took 2 minutes to build the track. I want the whole song now. It's cooler than shit. I
right.
mean,
Well, and, like, I know I've seen, Chris Fox loop some stuff and, like,
yeah, well,
I got a
Chris
bunch
is
of reggae guys, a bunch of reggae dudes that they that's what they do, they got the little pads and the sticks, and they do
right,
their
but
beat
you're
thing, and they
talking
got the
Chris
bass
Fox,
and
so you have Chris
yeah.
Fox and then all the rest of us.
Yeah, we're all under Chris.
He's so talented. He just blows my mind. He's vocally just insane, dude.
Well,
Him
and
and
I
Dave
don't
Moody
think
both are just great vocalists.
yeah, I don't think he's, like, classically trained or anything either, Chris.
I don't I don't think so. I
I
don't
don't
know
believe
his
so.
story really. I mean, I don't know him at all. The only guy that I know, Happy, a little bit, because I mean, I used to see Happy playing when he first started playing with Slave Rider back in the day, and then he had a band called UKI, him and Chainsaw. But I
Oh,
mean,
really?
so I've
Okay.
been seeing him for, yeah, those guys. I was a junkie. I saw Slave Rider. I used to sneak in before I was 16 in Glen. I grew up in Glencoe, and sneak into the Playmore Ballroom to see Slave Rider. Had a note from my mom, that I wrote, but tried to write it in my mom's writing so I could get it. Just watch those guys. I mean, Lance Zeben was like, I used to sit there and watch him play at BC Rich. I just sit there and go, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this, but this is what I want to do, play music.
Yeah.
Just in
How old
awe.
were you? You were, like,
But
16?
yeah, 15. I didn't have my driver's license yet, so I was 15 probably. We'd sneak in
Sure,
there, yeah. Great. So you're talking, 1980, somewhere in there, 88, somewhere in that
sure.
vicinity. Um, yeah, I was a Slave Rider junkie. I didn't
Were
miss a
they,
show.
like, who kinda inspired you to play guitar? Was it those guys, locally as
Yeah,
far as seeing
yeah,
bands
probably
and
though, Slave Rider, and then there's a band locally out here called the Shaw Band. There's Mike Shaw, and his kids play too. Shaw brother Trent Shaw, Mark. So they have a band called Shaw Brothers. But their dad, Mike, has this band called Shaw Band since forever. And the guy that's been with that band for the last 45 years, Greg Mueller Liley's from Hutch. We get together, have breakfast every so often. He's one of the first guys I started watching play guitar, and I remember going that
okay,
one of the first times uh, they were doing a 38 special tune. So this was like in same thing, like in the 80s, and I was
sure.
just like, "That's awesome." I mean, you watch that, you just go, I don't know how I'm gonna make it work, or if I can even make it work, but I wanna do that." It's
Yeah, I
like,
remember my first moment like that. My dad took me to see AC/DC with my brother, and, it was 2007, 2008, Black Ice
yeah,
tour. Just
mhm.
remember seeing that. Yeah, we all went to that show, and, yeah, I remember seeing Angus, and I'm like, "Yep,
Angus,
that's it.
yeah, what a
That's what I wanna
beast.
do." I
I
think that's
mean,
every
that's
guy's first band, like, every first kid's band, like, even, like, talking to Danny too, he's a just huge AC/DC nut, and
yeah, he is
it's funny
nuts.
because we kind
And
of had the both same upbringing with that.
how old is Danny? Is he a little older than
He's
you?
Yeah,
30?
he's almost 30, or he is
Uh,
30, or he's
is
almost 30,
30, yeah,
yeah.
so just a little bit older than you, not too much. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, AC, you talking rock, Angus, I mean, you can arguably say he probably inspired more kids to
Completely.
buy an SG than than any of
Yeah.
I mean, him and Slash, I mean, my age group, I mean, if you're a rock guy, the first time I remember the first time hearing Guns N' Roses and going, "What the hell is that?" Night Train or, like Crazy. I mean, any of them, but I mean, I like the more kind of B-side stuff like My Michelle. And I tend to like the less played stuff almost.
Same.
I was that way with Pantera too, any of their less popular stuff is the stuff I really dug, it's
Yeah.
just kind of the way it is for me.
That's how I am too with bands and like, you got your other bands like Wasp and Accept and like all those type of
But
bands where I'm really
seen Wasp
into
a few
and
times in my day, Blackie Lawless, yeah.
still got
I'm
it, still doing
blind
it.
in Texas. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all.
I did that song for my 7th grade band final
Yeah.
in school.
Love. I need my love machine. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love me some
they're
Wasp.
still fun.
Yeah,
They're still
they
fun.
still play. Yeah, I mean, they're great, phenomenal stuff. Same with like, I know it's kind of weird because I know the first time somebody was telling me once, there's this Christian rock band. I'm like, what? And I listened to
Striper.
Striper. Those guys rock, dude. Though.
You know
I
what?
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I seriously, I thought it was going to be a joke. My buddy played. I'm like, this is gonna suck, dude. It
You
was
get a
like
Bible thrown at your forehead.
I that they used to throw out Bibles at shows, and I'm
Yeah,
like, and then they really are good, because kind of up till they came around, Christian rock was, not very good. I mean, it was the production of it
right.
was horse crap, but Stryper kind of changed all that a little bit. I think now the new Christian stuff is like super produced and almost overproduced a little
Yeah.
bit. Um,
Well,
yeah,
it's
but
funny, like, I've seen Stryper a couple times, like, recently, like, in the past 10 years, and dude, that Michael Sweet, right?
oh, dude, he can hit
He's
notes that no man should be able to sing. I mean,
yeah,
he's
he's still got it. I met his brother, Robert Sweet,
okay.
and
Does he play in the band too?
yeah, he plays drums, which I didn't really know that until, I don't know, a few years ago. But anyway, I was walking around Grand Casino, Hinckley, they're doing this Rock Timber thing, and they're playing, and that Robert was sitting down at this machine. I'm like, "Hey, get a picture with you?" You know? And I was, 15, 16, so I'm
Yeah.
sure he was like, "Get the hell
How's
away
this
from me,
kid even
kid."
know who the hell I am?
But, uh but dude, it was the weirdest thing. He looked at me and he's like, "Oh, I don't do pictures anymore." I'm like, "What?" Not in my head, I'm like, "Well, that ain't very godlike of you to do that," you know?
Well, and
Like,
why would he?
what the
What?
hell?
Maybe
I don't
he's
know.
wanted
Super weird.
wanted by
I
the
think it was
law. Or something.
just one of those days or something, or, I
Yeah,
know
it could. Yeah,
musicians. That's why I don't wanna meet, like, that's why I'm scared to meet George Lynch because like, I've never
you
met the
think
guy, but I
you idolize him, and then he's a dick to you or something.
oh my god, I know, dude, that's my biggest fear, and then it's like, "Oh, well, I'm never gonna listen to Dokken again," you know?
And I've had a few. We had it this summer. I played Ribfest in Mankato at the Vetterstone Amphitheater, and we opened up for Chris Jansen.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And Chris Cruzy, it was us, Chris Cruzy, and then Chris Jansen was the headliner. But we had to clear out. I'm thinking, all right, man, we're gonna meet Chris Jansen and his group. And I met a couple of his players, but then we had to clear out. He didn't want anybody, he didn't want to talk to anybody, he didn't want to meet. And I told myself right then and there, not that this will ever happen, but I said, if I ever get some success and Max is playing for me or or whoever, why would you not want to meet the people? I don't know. To me, it's like,
Well, yeah, at
really?
least say hi, like,
You
"Hey,
at least
how's it,"
say
you
hi. I'm
know?
not I'm not talking I'm not asking for a hour-long conversation. I'm asking to shake your hand and say, "Man, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Cool."
what's so hard
You
about
know?
that?
Yeah,
But I
not
mean
that hard.
yeah.
To me, the aftermath that comes with that is look at what I'm saying now. I'm like, that was a kind of a dick move. It's like, I was happy to be on the bill with him and open, and I was tickled pink, and then he doesn't even wanna shake my hand or it's like, I
Right.
don't know. It's just kinda weird.
He's
Just
he's the buy me a boat guy, right?
buy me a boat guy, yeah. Mhm.
So, he
He
opened
is.
for Kid Rock, I think, last January or
Okay.
December, something last year, and yeah, he was not good.
No,
He
I'll
was
be
not good
honest,
live.
I had people to be hon
And you're probably better than they were, I'm
Well, to be
guessing.
honest, I had people so they had awesome sound system, right? Well, then he brings his own sound engineer, and we go out front and we're listening, and I'm like I said to my wife, she goes she looks at me, she knew what I was gonna ask. She goes, "No, you guys sounded 100 times better than this." So you bring your
Hmm,
own sound guy, you have him run the front of house mix, and it's horrible. So then
yeah.
my drummer played in a band with the guy that was running the front of house sound. So he messaged him and said, "By chance, are you not running front of house for Chris Jansen?" And he goes, "No, I'm not. And the guy he brought with should be fired."
I wonder if it's the same guy. Was his microphone, like, really weird
It
sounding?
was weird, and muddy, and just, I mean, it was
That's how it
horrible.
was, I remember
It
too. Yeah, it's probably the
actually,
same
it was
freaking guy.
Yeah, it was god awful.
Yeah,
I'm not even a sound guy. I mean, I run my own sound from stage on a lot of shows because I can't
same.
afford, you can't
Right.
afford to, when you're playing $1,000 bar gig and you got a five
You
piece
can't
band
give
that's
half of
200
them.
bucks a
Yeah,
guy. I can't give $500 to us. I'd love to hire my buddy Rocky at every show or my buddy Chris and do sound, but I don't have the money for that. I mean, we'd be playing for 25 bucks, but this
right.
dude, when you're a headlining guy from Nashville and you got huge songs and this is the guy you bring to do for, I mean, it just didn't make any
You
sense.
know
I
what it
mean,
is? Probably the same freaking guy because I
it
remember seeing him, I'm
sounds
just
like
like,
it.
I'm like, "How the hell are they freaking at the XL or Target Center, wherever we were?" I'm like, "How are you doing this? Like,
I
how are
agree.
you opening for Kid Rock right now?" I
Because
hate talking shit, but what the hell?
I don't either, but I'll tell you, I watched back video from our set and the sound guy had us dialed in and I brought a six-piece band on there, two lead guitar players, pedal steel player. We killed it. And I just thought Chris Jansen didn't, and then he gives a bad taste by just not wanting to say hi to anybody. So it's
Why,
like,
I know.
the whole thing is just like, but I've heard that with a lot of other guys. I'm trying to think of who else who I've met that's been super cool. Um, and, more mid-level guys, like there's a guy named Ward Davis that he writes with Cody Jinks. I've met him. He's super nice. I met Cody Jinks at 7th Street Entry. I saw a show there, and we were next door having a beer, and he came through, him and his guitar player,
Oh, no
and
shit.
yeah, him and Chris Clarity walked through, and I yelled, and he came over to the table, and we had about a 20-minute conversation. And actually, the sound guy came over to the bar and yelled at Cody, said, "We need your final sound check, whatever." Yeah, I'm talking with a fan here, and that was cool. He took the time to actually care, like, told him all. I stopped him in his tracks, and he came over to talk. It's like, that's awesome. That's what you
Yeah.
dream of, like, you meeting George Lynch. That's what I'd hope for you, that he'd be super cool like that. I don't know if he would be or not. George, I
Fingers
hope you are.
crossed.
If George, listen, and I love George too. I love Lynch. I mean, I was a Lynch Mob guy. I was a, Dawkins guy from way off. One of the first riffs is that Dream Warrior. Is that riff or
Yeah.
one of them? I can't remember. I'm a huge. I
Dun, dun,
breaking.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun, 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 dun,
breaking
dun.
the
Yeah, dude.
chains around me. That
Yeah.
whole dude. There's so many Dawkins tunes that
Well, and I'm a
into
big
the
horror movie
fire.
fan too.
What's that?
I'm a huge Halloween guy, so, like,
Oh,
I remember just watching that Dream Warriors video, dude, on repeat all the time.
yeah,
Like,
that's great. I was into those guys. I was really into a band. I was a big, going back to Motorhead, spin-offs from that. Like, were you into like Fastway at
I
all?
was just gonna say Fastway, that Trick or Treat movie that came out, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fast
dude.
Eddie Clark.
Fast Eddie Clark, and he played with Motorhead for many
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, yeah.
Love Fastway. And the Phil what was the singer?
I can look it up quick.
Yeah, I can't, I'm drawing a blank now. Not Phil.
Dave
Phil's the
King.
drum. What's that?
Dave King.
Yeah, that could be it. That sounds right. I thought it was Paul
Or
something, the singer.
let me see. Fastway. He was in Flogging Molly too. Or he is a current member in Flogging Molly. If it's the same guy. Fastway band. Fast Eddie Clark. Here, let me do this once. Here we go. Fastway, Motorhead guitarist, Fast Eddie Clark, UFO bassist, Pete Way.
Pete Way. That's Yep, yep,
Did
Pete
he sing
Way.
too?
I think he did some of the vocals too, I think. I'm not sure on that. Does it list a vote?
Yeah, Dave. Then unknown vocalist Dave King.
Yeah, so Dave King was the vocalist, right? So Pete Way was just the bass player and
So
back
when did that
harmony
movie
sings.
come
Yeah.
out?
Yeah,
7, 80.
something like that. 80 mid 80s,
Trick or Treat right there. 86.
86. Yeah, that Fastway album rocks. But Halloween too. I mean, you just brought them
Oh,
up.
dude,
I
yeah. Love Halloween.
great. I back in the day, really good friend of mine who's passed away. He passed away over COVID. Justin Cloth. We used to go to a lot of shows and a lot of metal shows. I remember we went to like Metal Massacre 5 or something, or I don't know. And it was, and he kind of got into the screaming, the like the Cannibal Corpse and
Yeah.
Sepultura.
Obituary and yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I love the music, but as a vocalist, I'm going, "What is that fucking guy saying? I can't even understand." I called it cooker cut, Eric, Cookie Monster vocals
Cookie
because it
Monster
sounded
stuff,
like the
yeah.
guy from Sesame Street. I'm like, the music's great, but that's where I'm at with that stuff. I just the gutter. I don't mind like Phil from Pantera would do some guttural stuff, and
Right.
I'm broken, that kind of that's all cool. But when the whole song is like, I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Like
I'm a singer.
Napalm
I want to
Death.
hear, yeah,
Like shit
Napalm
like
Death,
that.
man. They're like, yeah, Napalm Death, Carcass. What was some other ones that were at that thing? Cannibal Corpse,
Obituary had that same thing.
Obituary.
I love Obituary though, man. I will say they're
The
getting they're like fine wine. They're just getting better and better. I
they're
feel
they're
like their
the
albums.
the music's phenomenal. It's the vocals,
No
but
idea what he's saying though.
you have no clue, yeah. Death Angel, Morbid Angel, those were all bands that were at that Massacre 5
I
thing,
just saw
and they're all
Death
good.
Angel not too long ago at the Varsity Theater, which actually I
The
know
var
you played the
yeah, I
Varsity
did
Theater, didn't you?
yeah, I did a gig there back in, February, last
Yeah. What was
February,
that?
so coming
Was
up.
that solo?
No, we
Full
opened
band?
we opened for a guy named Paul Cauthen. Cocaine Country Dancing Lou,
Okay.
he's yeah, check him out, he's a newer kind of a newer guy, he's from
Sure.
Texas. Yeah, it was a sold out show. We had, almost sold out. It's like 9, I think the place holds 1,000 and we had 9 just shy of 1,000 people in there. So it was a
Wow.
packed and we had them. I'll send you pictures from the stage view. It is packed and they're all I've been to a lot of concerts, and a lot of the opening acts, half the audience is looking over here
Oh,
and
I know they're
half
not paying
asleep.
attention and
Dude, we got them. They're all I gave cards and sold T-shirts and yeah, that was a big show for us. That really kind of opened a few doors, and then the one guitar player, Dave, and I, we've done a couple of shows at the Fillmore. Up in that, there's a bar upstairs in the Fillmore called what the heck is it?
oh yeah, on the side
Yeah,
there. Yep.
yeah, no, and that's tracks. That's attached, but then there's one like in the upstairs of, like, where you sit on the upper level, there's a bar there. I
Yeah. Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think I'm drawing a blank on the damn name, I can't think
No,
of
I
it.
know what you're
But
talking about though. Been
we,
in there.
uh, we we played in there before Hardy and before, Gavin Adcock.
Okay.
So that was kinda cool, and that's a lot of people that, didn't know who the hell I was. Sometimes I'm opening shows, people, if you've heard this as a musician, if, like, say they don't wanna pay nothing or they pay it's exposure, and I know a lot of the guys are like, "Well, you can't eat exposure and you can't put gas in your tank with exposure," and I get that. I believe me, I'm a working musician, I
Depends on
understand.
the gig.
But depends on the gig, like, so this summer, we play the state fair every year at the Frontier Saloon,
Cool.
and John can't pay a ton, he doesn't pay a ton, but it's not bad, but it's not I could definitely make more somewhere else, but the amount of gigs this last summer when we played there, I booked 2 parties in Wisconsin, like 2 weeks apart, like
Yeah.
20 minutes apart from each other, and they're like 3,000 to $3,500 gigs.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, that's
I did the state fair this year too for the first time. I did the hangar
the Hangar? Sure.
on the north side, and
Yeah, I know exa
I did 5 shows in 3 days. So I did
that's
2
awesome.
double headers.
I do so last 2 years, what I've done is I reach out to Brandon Backstrom at Bob FM, and I say,
Yeah, I just met him the other day too.
"A great guy, super great."
Yeah.
I was like, "Brandon, we're playing the Frontier. How about we do a Bob FM stage?" And I get it done in one day. We go and do the Bob FM stage, go set up at the Frontier, and I'm done. That's all. One day of dragging your shit into the fair is about enough
Yeah,
for me.
I would agree. I would agree
It's a pain
100%.
in the ass. I
It's a
mean,
total pain in the ass.
it's fun and all, but some of those bands that play there the whole fair, I got buddies that play there almost every day of the fair, and it's like, dude, don't you get sick of
Well, I
parking?
know, like in
I mean,
coasters and stuff. Well, dude,
yeah,
and like a lot of like, it was cool. I had to. It was a cool gig, but they're like, oh, you have to pay for your ticket, and then you're supposed to pay to park too. I'm just like, what?
yeah, that's we actually we got so we lucked out the last 2 years because I got a parking passes from Bob FM, so I didn't have to pay for parking, and then I actually parked inside the fair in the media thing. It was sweet, but the years before that, I'm dragging my shit from, you
Oh, I know
know,
you got a cart, and like,
4
yeah,
miles
it's
in the back of the parking lot, and the first year I played it, we brought a PA because I wasn't sure what they'd have, so you're hauling
right.
speakers and subs and yeah, what now they have a sub and some tops, so I don't bring any and they have a board, they actually hired a guy that runs it too, so I we just come in, plug our shit in, put my in-ear monitors in, and we roll. We've simplified you still got drums, your drummer still gotta haul his drums, but I mean, he my drummer's pretty good about he'll tear down. He's the best drummer you'll ever hear on a snare and a kick drum and a
That's all I
hi-hat.
need. That's all I
No
need.
toms, I mean, that's all I mean, he rocks, dude. Chad's a beast, he's a beast of a drummer, beast. But yeah, that the fair, that's what I'm saying. I know it's not the greatest pay, but when you book 2 shows
Yeah,
for 35 I mean, $7,000 of revenue, it's worth that one gig was worth it just to get and those people that booked me, they were from the, like, Hudson area. I think it's in
sure.
Frederick, Wisconsin, where the
Yeah,
parties are. Those people would have never came out to Plato to see me at a gig. I mean,
right.
the only reason they saw me is I was at State Fair. I mean,
Isn't
so
it
it's
funny though, like, how many people are so, like, I was, there's a gate right next to it, and everyone has to walk right by the
yep,
hangar pretty much on
yep,
the north side
yep,
there,
yep,
and, it's so funny to me because like, I'll be playing and, like, some guys turn their heads and they're like, "Whoa, what's the" "This is cool," and then, like, some guys,
yeah.
they give 2 shits, just walking, just keep walking. I was like,
They
"God,
they could
dude."
give a crap it's like in
Yeah.
the even in the bar, some people are super impressed with you and happy you're there, and a few others could actually, all you are is a nuisance. They'd rather not have
Oh, dude, I've done so many of those gigs, and it's like, "Do you
yeah,
even want me
yeah,
here right now?" Like,
yeah.
yeah.
My favorite will say, "Anybody got any requests?" And then before anybody can say something, I'll say, "Oh, did you say tear it down and go home? Yeah, we got you covered." First time I said that at Maple Tavern, Chad just about fell off his stool. "Oh, yeah, we can pack it up and go home, no problem. See you guys later." Hey, you said it I asked for requests, you said to stop, that's what
Yeah, no, yeah, it can be rough sometimes. Some people are
it
ruthless, and
can.
then, like, playing before some Vikings games and football, and so, dude, I
Oh,
just learned this, like, the last 2 years, I learned that
just wait till the game's done.
football and music does not mix well if you're
Those
playing, like, music
any
before the
sporting
game.
event we played at the Point in Prior Lake a couple weeks ago, and they had the big projection screen down, they had the Wild game on, right? And
Yeah,
the lady's like, "Do you want us to put that screen up and just put the game on these little TVs?" I'm like, "We will get murdered."
yeah,
These Wild fans will absolutely
yeah.
probably kill us out
They'll
back. So,
start throwing
no,
shit at you, yeah,
we'll start playing when this game's over, and if we gotta play later, I don't care, but I am not cutting this 'cause and
yeah.
they ended up winning right before overtime, they won it or something. If we would've shut that thing off, it would have been a massacre in there.
Game's supposed to be done right now, we're turning it on overtime, dude.
"Who are these assholes? Turn this shit." Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I ain't
funny,
dealing with it.
like, I've play if the Vikings game's at, like, 7:20 or something, then, like, some bars will hire me from, like, 5 to 7, and then, like, 6:30, people come walking in, and I'm sitting there playing, they're like, "Who
They
the hell
wanna
is this
watch the
guy, and why the
pregame.
hell is he playing music?" You know?
We want
Like,
the pregame on. You don't need
yeah,
you
yeah.
wanna tell them you don't need the effing pregame, but they're just at that point, they've been
Fuck.
drinking at home and they're probably
Right, that's what they'll
yeah,
get, you know?
absolutely, man.
Uh,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, right?
Yes. Yeah, I got a Facebook, and on that Facebook, there's a link to my actual website. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, all my stuff's on all those streaming platforms, so whatever they use, yeah, there I am. Look at that ugly mug.
That's a sick guitar, dude.
Yeah, it's a Godin. That's actually I should hold on one second. Here's this what I did to it for that Opry show. I do a bunch of Waylon songs for that. my buddy had an actual Telecaster Wayland guitar, but he got rid of it.
Sure.
So then I took it this Godin and I took it into my buddy and
Oh, yeah,
he
dude.
he vinyl wrapped it, dude. And it's it's out of tune right now. It looks he did a killer job for like that guitar my buddy had, that Wayland replica was like a $5,000 telly.
Yeah,
It leather bound, it's cool and all, but $5,000. I'm a working musician. You know what I
right.
wrapped this one for? And look at how badass it looks. $150
Wow.
to to wrap it. So it's like I I couldn't justify spending $5,000 to
Yeah.
do a couple of shows a year. That just
Well,
doesn't.
I'm a big Lynch guy too, and like I had a buddy, he paints cars and stuff like that, and for I think it was $80, he did this.
Oh yeah. Sick. That's
This
awesome.
guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude,
For like
I
for
love this
80
thing.
bucks?
$80.
That's awesome. Do you ever play that one out live ever?
I mean, I'll whip it. I mean, it's a cheaper Jackson. It's nothing crazy,
Yeah, yeah,
but
it's
it's got
not you
the
have better yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
the
like one of
is it
those
the
ones
it's the
reverse
reverse
headstock and
headstock?
yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My one of my buddies in the first band I ever played in, he was a big, Charvel guy. Before they were
Yeah.
Jackson Star, all like the original Charvels, like the I don't know what the models are, D4 or whatever. Yeah, you play Charvel too. Yeah, that's what I wondered. The newer, but them older
Did all.
Charvels looked
Yeah,
they looked like that Jackson they
they
had,
look yeah, because it was
that tiger
Jackson
tooth
Grover
inlay
or
thing,
something
whatever.
or
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah, they got the I got a Jackson, I got a Telly too, I got a BC Rich, I got a
First guitar I ever
Schecter,
bought,
and
I bought a Washburn way back in the day.
dude, my
Like a really nice, it was a really nice guitar. I should have never got. I
yeah,
got rid of it. I should have never sold it.
yeah, dude, they
And then I had a Charvel acoustic electric that I sold. I wish I
that's
would have
cool,
never sold. Yeah, they don't make a ton of them. You don't see them around too much. And it was
right?
a back in the '80s one. It was an old one. It was like one of the first
Yeah,
ones they ever made. It was
yeah,
very
some of
cool.
those they hold their value surprisingly. I mean, if you can find them, they're hard to find
Right.
now.
That's yeah,
Otherwise, you're paying for it.
used, and then they're probably all beat to shit. So,
Wow, right.
well, man, thanks for having me on, brother. I appreciate you.
I know
Yeah, me
you shot me that
likewise.
message the other day, but it
Yeah,
would be real.
yeah, for
It could
sure.
be,
Very
but
cool. And if you ever let me know if you got a day available, I can buzz up your way and meet for lunch and shoot the shit too. I
yeah, we
mean,
could meet in the cities or something too. It'd be
yeah,
fun. Yeah,
for sure.
Give Danny a ring and
Yeah,
call Chase up too, and like all these
yeah.
guys meet up, and that'd be fun.
Yeah, we should do a maybe we could maybe if we found a central kind of centralized place, we'd do a little jam too or something. That'd be kind of fun.
You know what? We could book something where,
Just kind of
yeah, almost,
do it as a jam session kind of thing. Do it. Look at
yeah.
some bar. If we all went in and said we want to do this jam, some bar would take us up on it
Oh,
because
dude,
we would
Chad would love it.
at Maple
Maple
Tavern.
Tavern,
Yeah.
dude, he would totally
Yeah,
do
do
it.
some AC/DC and some Metallica, whatever we wanna do.
If we all just take turns or something and jam
Hell
together
yeah,
and do solo thing, duo, triple, whatever. Yeah, it'd be
for
fun.
sure, man,
Yeah, we
for
should look
sure.
into that. But no, dude, thanks for doing
Alright,
this
bro.
again.
Hey,
Yeah,
no
check
problem.
out Bill on Facebook and on his website and stuff, and see where he's gonna be at this year. And yeah, dude, we'll keep in touch.
Thanks, Max.
Thank you
Have a good
again,
one, man. Take care, brother.
and yeah, have a good one. See ya.
Later.